Maya continued her exploration by enrolling in an evening yoga class, where soothing music filled the air, and the aroma of lavender wafted gently from essential oil diffusers. As the instructor guided them through the initial sun salutations, she felt her mind begin to quiet and her breath deepen. Each asana began to stretch not only her body but her mind, teaching her to let go of the tight grip of her daily worries. Maya slowly transitioned into a downward-facing dog, her heels pressing towards the mat as she savored the stretch along her spine and hamstrings. There was a delightful contrast between the tension of her work life and this newfound sense of release, as each breath allowed her to dissolve her worries further. The instructor's calming voice reminded them to embrace the present moment, and Maya found solace in the simplicity of just being, honoring her body's journey toward strength and flexibility. As the class progressed, Maya noticed a growing sense of connection between her mind and body, a feeling that had eluded her during her long hours at the computer. The instructor introduced a gentle twist, and as Maya followed along, she felt a release in her lower back that she hadn't realized was so tightly wound. Each pose built upon the last, slowly transforming her understanding of her physical limitations into a newfound appreciation for her body's capabilities. With every breath, she became more aware of the rhythm of her heartbeat, echoing the mantra her instructor used: inhale strength, exhale stress. Maya left the studio that evening feeling rejuvenated, her muscles gently warmed and her spirit lifted. The lessons she learned on the mat began to seep into her daily life. The mindful breathing techniques calmed her during stressful design deadlines, and the improved posture made her more confident during client meetings. Each morning, she dedicated a few minutes to simple stretches and breath awareness. As she sat at her computer, she often caught herself realigning her spine and taking deeper breaths, fostering a greater presence in her work. The combined practices of yoga and Pilates evolved from mere exercise into a holistic approach to living, nurturing not just her body but her mind as well. Maya's burgeoning interest in Pilates was next on her agenda, and so she mustered the courage to sign up for a beginner's class at a nearby studio. The space radiated an inviting atmosphere, with soft lighting and minimalist decor that hinted at the precision of the practice. As she stepped onto the mat, she felt an electrifying mix of excitement and vulnerability. The instructor, a radiant woman with a gentle smile, introduced the class, emphasizing the importance of core strength and mindful movement. Maya quickly understood that, unlike yoga's flowing nature, Pilates would challenge her to engage and control her body in every exercise. During the mat session, she tackled exercises that targeted her deep abdominal muscles, focusing intently on her form while breathing rhythmically. Maya quickly realized that each movement required a level of concentration that kept her fully engaged, pushing her to explore the limits of her body's capabilities. The instructor's guidance through exercises like the 100 and roll-up reinforced the importance of proper alignment, and with every repetition, Maya felt a stronger connection to her core. As she painstakingly controlled her movements, she noticed subtle improvements in her range of motion and stability. By the end of the class, she felt a delightful fatigue in her muscles, a testament to the thorough workout Pilates provided. This newfound awareness filled her with enthusiasm, She left the studio eager to return, contemplating how these sessions would further enhance her journey towards well-being. Maya dedicated herself to this balanced routine of yoga and Pilates, noticing how each practice refined her physical capabilities. With every deep stretch and controlled movement, she began to embody a sense of grace that complemented her creative spirit as a graphic designer. Integration of these practices allowed her to redefine her relationship with her body, eliminating the habitual tension that had once clouded her mind. She embraced the concept of mindful creation in her work, translating the focus and intention gained from her classes into her artistic endeavors. Each design felt more authentic, more true to her creative essence, as if she was channeling the calm energy cultivated on the mat. As Maya's journey progressed, she began to notice how the transformative effects of both yoga and Pilates extended beyond her physical abilities. The blend of flowing postures and precise movements not only enhanced her body awareness but also infused her creative process with renewed inspiration. She found herself experimenting with colors and shapes in her graphic design work, mirroring the creativity that enlivens her practice sessions. The more she engaged in this dual approach to fitness and mindfulness, the more she discovered a harmonious balance that resonated deeply with her artistic soul. In this newfound synergy, Maya cultivated a sense of peace and purpose that illuminated all aspects of her life. Maya embraced this newfound synergy, and as she continued her practice, she implemented a ritual of reflection after each session. Sitting cross-legged on her mat, she took a moment to acknowledge the sensations left in her body, inviting gratitude for the journey she was on. With every inhale, she welcomed possibilities, and with every exhale, she released any lingering doubts or fears. As weeks turned into months, the once overwhelming weight of her daily responsibilities seemed lighter, allowing creative inspiration to flourish in unexpected ways. The exploration of yoga and Pilates had not only strengthened her body, it had liberated her mind and spirit, revealing the unique art of balance in her busy life. Maya found herself drawn deeper into this practice, each session illuminating new facets of her inner self. During one particularly enlightening yoga class, she was guided through a mantra meditation, where the instructor encouraged them to visualize their intentions with each breath. Encouraged to set an intention for her practice, Maya contemplated her journey and whispered, "I am open to growth." This simple phrase resonated deeply within her, echoing the commitment she had made to herself to embrace both the challenges and joys of her dual practice. As she released each intention into the universe, she felt an overwhelming sense of clarity, unlocking a part of her that had remained dormant for too long. This newfound connection to her intentions solidified her resolve to continue exploring the transformative powers of yoga and Pilates, solidifying the rich tapestry of balance and creativity in her life. Maya's practice evolved as she began to experiment with longer sessions, blending both yoga and Pilates into her routine. She would alternate between classes, sometimes dedicating entire weekends to deepening her understanding of each discipline. One Saturday morning, after a vigorous Pilates class that left her muscles pleasantly fatigued, she decided to step outside for a moment of fresh air. The Delhi sun bathed her in warmth, and she closed her eyes, allowing the sounds of the bustling city to fade into the background. In that moment, she felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for the journey she had embarked upon. Each deep breath she took felt like a thread weaving her experiences together, creating a richer fabric of well-being that she was eager to share with others. Whether through her art or personal connections, Maya knew she was ready to inspire those around her in their own journeys toward balance and mindfulness. Maya's commitment to her practice flourished as she began integrating her newfound mindfulness into her daily life, intentionally weaving moments of stillness between her design projects. She would often close her eyes at her desk, taking deep, slow breaths to center herself before diving into her creative tasks. This practice of pausing allowed her to approach each design with clarity and purpose, transforming the often frantic bursts of inspiration into a more intentional flow of creativity. With each breath, she felt an increasing sense of alignment, a reminder that like the balance found in yoga and Pilates, there was harmony to be discovered in her work as well. Maya's journey continued to take shape as she discovered the power of community within her practice. Encouraged by her progress, she decided to join a local yoga and Pilates group that met weekly. As she arrived for the first session, she was greeted by friendly faces sharing similar aspirations, each person in their unique journey toward wellness. The positive energy within the room ignited her enthusiasm, and she felt an immediate sense of belonging. This supportive community not only provided motivation but also nourished her spirit, allowing her to share her own experiences and learn from others. As their laughter and stories blended with the soothing backdrop of the practice, she realized that the journey was not just personal but also wonderfully collective. Maya's commitment to this community deepened as they began to share not just workouts, but insights about living mindfully. One evening, while sitting in a circle after a vigorous Pilates class, a fellow participant, Anika, spoke up, reflecting on how physical practices had transformed her mindset. I never realized how much my perspective on stress could change just by focusing on my breath, she shared, her eyes bright with enthusiasm. The group nodded in agreement, and Maya felt a wave of connection wash over her as they exchanged stories of overcoming challenges through their practices. Each voice contributed to a larger narrative, intertwining their journeys towards greater self-awareness and well-being. Their conversations often dove deeper than mere exercise. They explored aspects of life outside the studio. One day, Maya found herself sharing her experiences balancing design deadlines with her new practices. "It's incredible how taking just a few moments to breathe can change my whole day," she remarked, looking around at the eager faces of her peers. Anika smiled knowingly. "It really does. I've started incorporating breathing exercises before big meetings, and it helps me stay calm and collected." The group began to share tips, each adding layers of knowledge with newfound enthusiasm, showing Maya that the act of practicing together elevated their journeys into something more enriching and fulfilling. Their collective insights created a nurturing environment that reassured her that they were all navigating similar challenges, creating a meaningful bond that extended beyond the physical. Maya found herself increasingly inspired by the conversations within the group, each member bringing their unique experiences to the table. One evening, as they concluded a particularly energetic class, Rohan brought up the idea of organizing a wellness retreat. Imagine spending a weekend in nature, combining yoga, Pilates, and workshops on mindfulness, he proposed, his enthusiasm contagious. The group buzzed with excitement at the prospect, envisioning a sanctuary where they could deepen their practices away from the city's noise. Maya felt a stirring within her, sensing this retreat would not only nurture her body and mind but also strengthen the bonds they had formed. In this collective journey of self-discovery and growth, she recognized the beauty of connecting with like-minded individuals who shared her aspirations for balance and wellness. As the weeks rolled on, Maya could hardly contain her excitement for the upcoming retreat, envisioning the serene surroundings and the opportunity to further integrate her practices with the support of her community. The idea of spending time in nature, surrounded by fellow seekers of wellness, was invigorating. Rohan and Anika presented their plan in detail, emphasizing a mix of invigorating yoga sessions, focused Pilates workshops, and meditative practices designed to deepen their understanding of mindfulness. Maya could already feel a shift within her. She realized that this experience would not only enhance her skills but also serve as a celebration of the journey they all shared. Each member expressed their eagerness, sharing their hopes to escape the urban grind for a weekend of connection and growth in harmony with nature. Maya was filled with anticipation as the day of the retreat finally arrived. The group gathered early in the morning, excitement palpable in the air. They loaded their bags into the shuttle bus, chattering about their expectations and dreams for the weekend ahead. As the bus pulled away from the bustling streets of Delhi, the chatter slowly faded into sharing smiles and peaceful gazes towards the unfolding scenery. The urban chaos gradually transformed into lush greenery and tranquil landscapes, a beautiful reminder of the soothing embrace of nature. She took a deep breath, feeling a sense of calm wash over her as the scenery unfurled, each turn revealing a snippet of the serenity that awaited them. With each passing moment, anticipation morphed into gratitude. Maya was eager not only for the activities planned but for the collective experience that promised to deepen their individual practices and friendships alike. Maya and her fellow practitioners arrived at the retreat center, greeted by a breathtaking view of rolling hills and the gentle sounds of nature. Excitement buzzed among them as they unloaded their bags, the atmosphere filled with laughter and the scent of wildflowers. The heart of the retreat was a spacious pavilion, with large windows that framed the stunning landscape. After settling into their rooms, Rohan gathered everyone for an opening circle, where they shared their intentions for the weekend. With each voice that spoke, Maya felt a closer connection to her peers. She understood their collective aim was not just personal growth, but also the deepening of bonds fostered through shared experiences. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the group, Maya felt a sense of belonging that anchored her spirit, ready to embrace the journey ahead. Maya reveled in the atmosphere of tranquility as the retreat began, feeling the gentle warmth of the sun on her skin. The first session unfolded with a morning yoga practice, the instructor guiding them to synchronize their movements with the rhythm of nature around them. Each pose, combined with the sounds of rustling leaves and birdsong, deepened her sense of grounding. As she closed her eyes in Savasana, she felt enveloped by a blanket of serenity, allowing herself to soak in the peace that enveloped her. Maya awoke the next morning to the soft light filtering through the window, feeling rejuvenated and eager for the day ahead. After a delicious breakfast filled with fresh fruits and wholesome grains, she gathered with her fellow participants for the morning Pilates session, where they would focus on core engagement and strengthening through dynamic exercises. The instructor emphasized the importance of precision, guiding them through movements that required concentration and mindfulness, each repetition reminding Maya of the power she held within. As they flowed through the exercises, she felt her body awakening, a testament to the progress she had made on this journey. The energy in the room was invigorating, and Maya's enthusiasm grew, knowing that this day was not just about physical practice but also deepening the connections she had formed with her community. Amidst the invigorating sessions, Maya felt an overwhelming sense of clarity washing over her, as if the very essence of nature was harmonizing with her spirit. During a particularly poignant afternoon workshop focused on mindfulness, she and her fellow participants engaged in reflective discussions about their personal journeys. What has this practice taught you about yourself? Rohan asked, inspiring a cascade of heartfelt responses. As each person shared their insights, Maya realized how interconnected their experiences were, blending struggles with triumphs, revealing a rich tapestry of growth. The vibrancy of their conversations deepened her understanding, reinforcing the importance of community alongside individual practice. Embracing her own growth and the blossoming connections around her, Maya left the workshop with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to continue nurturing both her body and relationships in harmony with the world around her. Maya awoke on the final morning of the retreat, feeling an exhilarating buzz of anticipation as she stepped onto the mat for one last practice. The energy in the pavilion was palpable as her fellow participants gathered, each radiating gratitude for the experiences shared. The instructor led them through a powerful blend of yoga and Pilates, guiding them with affirmations and gentle reminders to connect with their breath. With each movement, Maya felt an overwhelming sense of unity, not only with herself but with the community she had come to cherish, solidifying her commitment to embrace this journey into her everyday life. Maya's exploration of yoga and Pilates has transformed her understanding of well-being, allowing her to embrace both physical health and inner peace. With gratitude, she leaves the retreat, inspired to share her journey and the art of balance with others, forever cherishing the bonds and insights gained along the way.